Hi, this is Dolph from the King of Uber podcast show. Full-time drivers are getting hit the hardest during this time of crisis, and we as hosts feel for you. So we wanted to share a new way for you to create a second income stream during your downtime. It's a peer-to-peer storage and parking marketplace called Neighbor.com. With Neighbor, you can easily earn thousands of dollars from your home for doing nothing more than letting a neighbor rent your space. Neighbor is like Airbnb, but for parking and storage. So if you have a garage, parking post, driveway, or any other extra space you're not using, then take 5 minutes and list your space on Neighbor. You can learn more by clicking the link in the show notes or visiting host.neighbor.com/kingofuber. Neighbor allows you to set your own price, earn passive income monthly, and make money on your own terms. The great part about renting your space is you don't even have to interact with people. No joke. It's essentially COVID proof. So go check them out at host.neighbor.com/kingofuber. Again, that's host.neighbor.com/kingofuber. A special thanks to JT Legal Group. They can be reached by phone at 888-542-6351 or click the link at our website at kingofuber.com. From California, you're listening to the King of Uber podcast. This is episode 100. And here he is, the King of Uber, Johnny.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our special 100th episode of the King of Uber. I'm the King. My name is Johnny, the King. Don't forget, King Johnny, not Chung King, just King Johnny, King. Say hello, guys.
Hello, how you doing?
Jeez. So we're doing this podcast very early in the morning. I'm wide awake because I've been up since 4 a.m. because I can't sleep these days for some stupid reason. And Dolph and Lonnie are waking up, so they're not very energetic like me.
No, it's because it's rainy outside. Usually I have a lot of energy, but the outside isn't really nice and sunny, so.
Is it raining outside? It's like sunny over here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's overcast over here.
What the hell?
Oh.
Okay.
So the big news that I talked about last week is that we are going to take a break after this podcast. This is our number 100. Dolph is going to Europe for a 1-month vacation, and Lonnie has to work, and I'm still doing nothing.
Dolph, are you really?
Sure.
He's gonna travel to France and Germany and Italy and all those areas.
Yeah.
So
okay, Corona.
Good old Amsterdam, where everything is
legal.
Yeah, everything's legal.
So that's why we're taking a small break. But I'm more than positive we'll be back. Dolph will make it back, and we're just gonna take a little break.
But if I had a good time, I'm not making it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Other big news is Joan and I have been talking a lot, and I decided at the end of this year I'm going to retire from driving.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, yeah.
You sure
the
about
reason
that?
why, so the reasoning on this, and I'm sure a lot of you will probably agree with me. I think driving's not going to ever get back to normal for a long, long time. So the days of making for me to make like $1,000 a week driving without working all 7 days and 10, 12 hours a day are probably long gone. I used to do $1,000 a week, and I probably work about 5-6 days, part-time. I probably put in maybe, 30 hours a week. I think those days are long gone. So, I think I'm going to start heading towards a new career path. Joan is also retiring next month. So we're able to travel more, do more things, do things that we want to do. And we're also thinking about moving out of state, go live in a cheaper place. So that's the conclusion that we come up to. We'd like to leave in September, but our lease is not up till December, so we're going to stay till then. But I will always be your king. Dolph, wake up.
I'm right here.
Dolph's not waking up. I know, but you're not saying anything. But today I'd just like to,
so forget it. I'm like,
no,
I was going to say something, but then you started talking, and it's like,
you were like, wasn't saying anything, so I thought I'd step in. So what are you going to say?
Well, no, it's like I'm very considerate, and I make sure that you finish your thought, and then I'll start, and then I can't finish mine because it's like, okay, never mind. So go right ahead. You got 15 minutes.
Lonnie, am I inconsiderate? Is that what Dolph is saying?
No,
I'm inconsiderate?
I'm not saying you're inconsiderate. I'm saying that I'm considerate for you.
Damn you! He's calling me inconsiderate on my last show.
No.
Number 100.
Let's make this very, very clear. You're not inconsiderate.
Dolph?
You're not inconsiderate. I am being considerate.
I see. But with things going on in the world right now, and this is just my belief, I truly think we're gonna be. It's gonna get worse before it gets better. Reading the news about like Texas when they've opened up for the past 6 days, they've had over 1,000 new cases a day. A lot of it is all, a lot of those new cases are coming, or half those cases are coming from the meat packing plants, and they're still doing more. But I think if California opens up too early, I think it's going to happen here. I feel very fortunate that our cases are still low compared to all the other states. Our deaths are still low. But I don't think people are going to be traveling anymore. I don't think people are going to be flying in to go to Disneyland when Disneyland opens, and I'm sure when they do, they're going to have 20-30% capacity. So I think we're on a downward spiral right now. Uber laid off 14% of their workforce by Zoom, which I thought was kind of funny. And today they announced that they're going to be even more layoffs. I think they're going to do it by email this time because they got so, scolded.
It's terrible.
I know. So I think for me, retiring from driving, I should rephrase that. I think I'm going to retire from full-time driving. Mm-hmm. I still think I'll do weekends and nights, when I have time. But yeah, I think it might be time to go a different direction. At least I'm going to prepare to go a different direction. But, you never know what's going to happen from now until the next 7 months. All right?
Yeah. Dolph, what are your thoughts about this?
Basically, what I think is you might as well retire from doing anything if it doesn't make sense to do. So let's say you're a restaurant and you can only operate at 30% capacity. Well, overhead costs of running that restaurant, but only achieving 30% of any type of income is not worth opening. You're pretty much a nonprofit, right?
Right. You're probably going to go in the negative.
Or, you're probably in the red. So
right.
It's kind of a lose-lose situation. It's like, okay, let's try to open up the economy, but you're going to be far worse if you try to, for a lot of businesses to do that.
Well, I'm hoping that this $3 trillion stimulus package that they're presenting to the Senate, I hope they're going to make their adjustments and revise this and that. But I'm hoping that another $1,200 goes out to everybody, and I'm also hoping that they extend unemployment till January next year. I think that would help a lot of us still survive and make it through. I'm hoping for that part. But the new stats that came out, I believe last Friday or Thursday, were pretty alarming. I guess 4 million people can't pay their rent or mortgages right now.
It's crazy.
36 million people are out of a job or filing for unemployment. So the numbers are getting really staggering. I think we're going to hit another market crash on housing. I don't know if rent's going to go down or not, but I think people buying is going to slow down because of the uncertainty of things. And if all the businesses don't open up to, like it used to be, even those owners are going to have a hard time surviving. They estimated 25 to 30% of businesses will close down by mom and pop stores, which is huge, which means that, the people that own real estate, they're going to lose out on income. People that, people are own property that need to collect rent, they're going to lose out. So I know it's going to be good for the banks and everything like that, but for everybody else, I just think it's going to be a downward spiral for the, lower middle class and the poor. It's going to be really tough. So that's my thinking. I hope everyone else, whoever's listening to the show, they're going to prepare for something different. I think now Uber and Lyft it's going to be really intended for part-time work. I don't think it's going to be a full-time thing anymore.
I do think that eventually it'll come back around, but you got to give it some time. It's going to be along with everything else, you know. The movie theaters are not going to be coming back anytime soon.
No, that's so sad.
You know, and or concerts or theater. These are things that, you know, eventually in time they will come back, but it's just not the time right now. Or we just can't see it. It's not in the scope because we've really only been on this stay-at-home, shelter-at-home thing for like 3 months. And of course, people are getting stir-crazy at this point. Apparently, 3 months to them is like their entire life, I guess. You know, I've been seeing certain memes, you know, being thrown around. Like, if a cashier at Home Depot can see 300 people in 8 hours, why can't a hairstylist see 7 people in 8 hours? Well, let's take a look at how you deal with the people. It's the people contact. So at Home Depot, there's social distancing going around. They make sure there's only a certain amount of people going into the store. When you line up to get into the Home Depot, they tell you to keep a good 6 feet in front of you and behind you. With the hairstylist, they're touching you, breathing on you. It's like, that's, of course, there's only 7 people in 8 hours, but
they also have the plexiglass glass in front of them
too. There's plenty of things. I don't know that they've actually figured out hairstylists. So, I mean, maybe we might actually see in Uber, we could see those plexiglass things to divide the rider and the driver, right? They also have the, UV lights that can go on the ceiling of your car, right? That would actually help eliminate any germs that are in your car, whether it be on the seat or in the air. They might actually start making those kind of mandatory, kind of, safe things. My wife and I were talking about the possibility of how are they ever going to have bowling come back? You know, if everyone's like using shared balls, you know, that could be a UV light thing. If the bowling balls,
you're missing out on the biggest business that we should all be really worried about is the nudie bars, Dolph. We need to talk about the nudie bars.
Wow.
Well, okay,
no
so
more lap dances.
You gotta put plexiglass around the
How are you gonna do? What about the lap dances? How are you gonna do lap dances?
I don't know.
I mean, this is a serious problem we're having right now.
Of course.
Maybe you have to wear one of those suit things.
Make it into a VR thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to the point where it's like, why even have a nudie bar if they have to wear a virtual suit? You know. Well, no. I mean, another thing is you could the whole UV light thing. You know, have each.
Dolph, are you planning to go back to driving when this is all done?
Yeah.
Who knows? You know, honestly, it's hard to say. Because one, we don't know how long that's going to be. I might actually find other opportunities. This actually goes for a lot of drivers. Mm-hmm. I bet a lot of drivers out there are trying to find that something else. And I'm pretty sure a lot of drivers have actually used Uber as kind of like their transition or, you know, their gap fill.
That's what I've been doing for the past 6.5 years. I'm still in that transition.
And, you know, honestly, it could take 20 years in order to find that gap fill. But right now, this is that thing that just kind of either pushes you or pulls you in a way that you might want to try something else.
I think there'll be a vaccine out by next year. I read the news every day, and they said that they're making great strides and something new coming out. So they're making a lot of progress, and they're going to start doing testing on people. So it should be interesting how everything goes on that. Mm-hmm. While our team is on hiatus, I want to thank all you listeners for listening to us. If you have time, go back to some of our old episodes. I don't recommend listening to Uber 69, even though that is our number. I guess our most listened to besides the first one. I appreciate all you other listeners from outside of California that listen to us. I know that we all get through this together, and when we're back on the roads, I will give out really good tips about, how to make everything work. I know Uber's already changing these days. Today's May 18th. Today's the first day that all drivers and passengers are required masks. If not, drivers allowed to cancel a ride, not go against their cancellation rate. They added a new option. I haven't checked on the phone yet, but I'm sure they say it's there. I know they came out with a new driver's agreement everyone's supposed to sign, so opt out of it. What else is there? You guys want to say any shout outs or thanks to anybody for now?
I could be seen in an upcoming HBO show called Perry Mason, premiering on Sunday, June 21st, which is Father's Day. So I'll be in the background. You can find me.
Wow.
I'll be in
as an extra?
Yeah, well, kind of a step up from just being an extra. I was a musical extra. We get paid a little bit more, so.
Oh, interesting.
So I'll be in the choir. You can check me out.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's I'm like choir member number 63 or something like that. It's but yeah, it was actually awesome. It was a good gig. It was actually, I had to drive down to LA for about 4 days. Let's just say I made as much driving money for 2 weeks in 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So it'd be nice to get more gigs like that. But, right now in terms of productions and, they're still trying to figure things out because when you're on a TV show or on the set of a movie, okay, so the stars actually, they have their nice little trailer and stuff. And they're pretty much pampered. They want to make sure. It's the other actors, when you're an extra, you're cattle called and you're one of 500 people there, right? They dress you up. You're wearing clothes that chances are someone else wore last week. So hopefully all the precautions have been taken, for safety.
Yeah, hopefully they wash those.
Yeah.
What else I want to say? Oh, so for all you listeners, please go on to Facebook and search The King of Uber, like our page. We'll keep you updated on what's going on that way. And when we're going to also probably come back, I figure it's going to be about a month or two before we start doing things back to normal and get out there driving and see what's new and what's not new. It's funny, during this time, I've noticed that our group page and our Facebook page is we've added a lot more members. So we'll try to keep you updated that way. Yeah, again, thank you everyone for listening. Just wait till we come back and we'll go from there. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Dolph, you have a good trip in Europe. Lonnie, you do, I don't even know what you do, so do whatever you do every day.
By the way, I'm not going to Europe. You can probably tell.
You're not? What? What are you talking about? You're not going to Europe.
Yeah, and Johnny's not quitting Uber.
Damn you. Come on. Can I just can I just have that in my brain that I'm quitting?
Well, yeah, you can have it in your brain. We all know it's not going to happen.
But I truly think that we're not going to be going back to what it used to be, and I think it's just going to be a lot tougher. And I don't want to. I'm getting too old to sit there and grind it out for 10, 12 hours every day.
Yeah.
So, right. Plus, Joan's retiring. She's going to have more free time. I need to find something where her and I can spend more time together. So,
yeah.
Here's what I think. If it gets to the point though where drivers can make a decent living only driving 8 hours, would you do it?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, so that's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah, but it's Uber. Else. We don't trust Uber. Can you see this line? Lonnie Duff doesn't want to end the show. He just wants to keep going and going and going.
Yeah, I know about that.
But anyway, everyone stay safe. We'll let you know when we're going to be back. Stay safe, stay healthy, social distance, wear a mask. Mm-hmm. Don't be like Jeff Maurer, that idiot. I can't wait till he listens to this one. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll let you know when we come back.
Yes, and don't lick door handles.
What?
All right. Say your goodbye, Lonnie.
Vagina.
Bye.
For more information about driving for Uber and Lyft, reach out to us on Facebook or visit our website at kingofuber.com.